China has the world's second largest film market. It is very beneficial for a film studio to ensure their movie is shown in China because of the extra amount of money the film will make, obviously. As a result, we're seeing lots of pandering to Chinese audiences in recent years. One of the Transformers films, for example, had its entire third act set in China. The Mandarin, the bad guy from Iron Man 3, was no longer Chinese. Terminator Genisys changed Robert Patrick's Terminator into a Chinaman, and etc. etc. It's very easy for a film to get banned in China if it is deemed too violent or has some kind of counterculture vibe. After all, the communists don't want their people getting any ideas now. Speaking of China and bans, Martin Scorsese was banned temporarily from the country after he made his film Kundun, which followed the plights of the Dalai Lama and as such portrayed the Chinese military in a negative light. Very few of his films have ever been shown in China. In fact, unless I've made an error in my research, only Hugo has had a cinematic release. Happily though, it looks like Scorsese's next film, The Irishman, will have a release in China. Chinese films are getting increasingly violent, meaning violence of that level is becoming normalized. So a violent film isn't such a taboo these days in China. In fact, a cinematic release is something which, ironically, even people living in the West will not get, as The Irishman is being released on Netflix, who release films on their streaming platform. Netflix is not available in China, so the rights to a Chinese release were kept by the studio that originally bought the rights to The Irishman before Netflix muscled in, STX Entertainment. The Chinese deal was handled by STX's president of international sales, John Friedberg, and the general manager of the Hong Kong studio Media Asia, Fred Su. Su had said, "We read the script, which, by the way, is brilliant. Like other Scorsese films, the violence is not as excessive as other Hollywood action films that grace the screens in China. We are as honored as we are excited to have the opportunity to bring this prestigious project to the audience in China. The film has every indication of becoming a magnum opus that will go down in film history as one of the best gangster flicks ever made." This isn't actually new news, it's from 2016 actually, but I never made a video on it. It's good news for Chinese Scorsese fans and also good news for those with a financial stake in the film, since with Netflix you can't tell how successful a film is because obviously there is no net profit. The people who watch it don't pay for tickets, they're already subscribed, and there's no real way to gauge. This obviously won't be the case in China. It'll be interesting to see if The Irishman passes the censors in China, and if it does, whether the film is a success over there or not. Thanks for watching.